What if the biggest thing missing from your brand wasn't another random Canva template? It was actually confidence. I want to talk to you today in this episode around this idea of the confidence loop. It's going to all make sense soon. But what I want to share with you is that so many times as we're making our designs in Canva, we're working on our brand, we're doing all this stuff, but something keeps on feeling hard and stopping us. Even though we're learning how to do all these things, we're learning how to do this, we're learning how to do that, we're still having trouble showing up, or we're still having trouble making the graphic. What I'm going to share with you today is hopefully going to help if you actually action what I share. So let us dive in. So hello, if we have not yet met before, it is a pleasure to have you here. My name is Jackie and I am the CEO of White Deer Graphic Design. And pretty much my business ethos is to stop gatekeeping design secrets that are keeping designers over here and business owners over here. Because as an everyday business owner, it is so empowering, so time saving and so money saving when we can build our own branding and graphics. And I love helping and equipping business owners to do that. But there are some design things you need to know. And so I love teaching business owners these design things, helping you make sure that you're utilizing strategic design, strategic branding to help your business make sales and create an incredible brand rather than feeling stuck of like, I'm using Canva, why are my designs in my business? Why are my designs still stuck in my business, not performing? And so if that sounds like something that's useful for you, make sure you hit subscribe if you're on YouTube or hit follow on whatever podcast platform you are on. And so let's dive into this idea of the confidence loop, because you can't outsource confidence. You can't just have someone else doing that for you. You need to embody it yourself. And you can actually design from a place of confidence rather than from a place of self-doubt and second guessing. And even as a designer, if I'm designing from a place of self-doubt and second guessing, I can guarantee that those designs are actually sucking because I need to believe in myself in order to create great graphics. I know it sounds a bit funny, but I promise you that it's so true. So I want to show you how you can cultivate that confidence so you can build that in your own business, because when you build that confidence, design is going to be faster, your graphics are going to be better, and your graphics are going to perform more because people can smell your confidence. Not in a weird way. They won't be able to really smell your confidence, but they can kind of sense your confidence. Because what I find happening when I talk to a lot of my students, or I hear from you on my podcast or YouTube, they kind of say, oh, Jackie, I'm really having trouble showing up on social media, or I'm really having trouble launching my website, or I'm really having trouble doing this or that in my business. And a lot of it comes down to overthinking instead of doing. And obviously doing is a lot harder said than done, but it has incredible power to it. And so what happens, what I want you to do first is every time you're creating something in Canva and for your business, I want you to get clear on what you're actually creating and why you're creating it. So if you're building a brand, why you're creating it, who you're creating it for, what do you want it to represent? And knowing those things is going to help you to create more intentionally. And you can ask those questions around anything from a random social media post to a flyer to a website, whatever you're making for your business. First, I want you to find clarity. So find clarity around why you're making it, who you're making it for, and the purpose of it, kind of like why you're making it, but knowing, am I trying to get people to sign up for a masterclass, or am I trying just to educate someone on a topic? Am I trying to introduce myself? Like, what is the purpose? Because when you know the purpose, you have so much more clarity, and it's far easier to design when you have some rules. When we set up to go into Canva and we don't have any rules. We don't have rules around what you want the business graphic to feel like, the text you want it to have, the style or the feel you want the graphic to have. Then because we have no rules, we can do anything. And when we can do anything, and that feels overwhelming. It's like, I don't know if you've heard the sales psychology of when you give your clients too many options, they get overwhelmed and they don't pick an option. Whereas if you just give them 2 or 3 options, they feel like they've got a little bit of wiggle room, but they can then choose the best one for them. And so it's the same with designing and graphics. If you give yourself too many options and you don't give yourself enough rules help creativity to thrive. Rules help you to find a solution to the actual problem rather than feeling like you can do anything and that I don't know which Canva effect or which font to use or which text to put in this graphic because I could do anything, and doing anything is stressful. And so first I want you to find the clarity around what you're creating. Then I want you to design. And then after you design, you can see I'm just skipping past the design because that's not the point of today's episode. The point is to design. And then I want you to put the design out into the world. That might be posting the social media post, launching the website, printing the flyer, whatever that is, do the thing. Now you notice I didn't say anything about checking that everything was 100% perfect before doing the thing. I don't want you to ask a bazillion people, is this social media post perfect? Unless you're printing like 2 million flyers of something, maybe just like run it past 2 people that you trust. If you're printing like 200 flyers, but if you're printing like 3 flyers, print it. If you're doing a social media post, post it. If you're launching your website, publish it. Because what's going to happen is from the doing is where you're going to get clarity, feedback, and confidence for next time. Because I think we put too much pressure on things. Social media posts, honestly, friends, they are there and then they are gone. Like you can still see them if you scroll back on my Instagram page, but you're probably not going to get served the post that I shared a week ago if you start following me on Instagram today. Because Social media posts have a really short lifespan. Flyers, you probably want to think about them a little bit more if you're putting money into printing them. But again, if you're not printing 2,000 of them, then you probably can just do a reprint if you notice something horribly wrong. Websites are living, breathing organisms. They don't have to be perfect before you press publish. You can literally change it and there is no qualms. Like you can publish the website, realize you got a typo, fix it. Publish the website, realize that color's not quite right, change it. We put so much pressure on things to be perfect that it stops us from actually doing. And when we stop doing, we stop getting the feedback. And the feedback might be you feeling proud that you shared something. The feedback might be a client saying, oh, hey, that looked really cool. The feedback might be a like. The feedback can be anything. The feedback might be a friend or someone emailing you, like they emailed me this week saying, oh, Jackie, there's a typo in this. Cool. I'm going to fix that and then it's going to go out again and the world didn't collapse. And so let's stop putting pressure on things, because when we put too much pressure on things, we don't let ourselves get the feedback, and we don't let ourselves get the feedback, we don't have anything to go off for the next graphic. And so what I want you to do is get that clarity, do the design, post, and then get feedback and then start again. And that, my friends, is the confidence loop, because you can't keep producing and creating things if you're not creating things and posting them. You can't just create and never share it with the world, because then you're not learning. We learn our best when we see things out in the world. I get so much clarity when I take a post and I post it. Even if no one even engages with it, to me, it feels a little bit different when it's on my Instagram page. I can just see it with a bit more clarity. And I'm like, you know what? That was good and that was good, but I should have changed that font to be a bit larger, or I should have worded that a little bit differently, or I should have made that picture of me smiling instead of frowning. You know, like I get that clarity after it's out there. So whether it's personal clarity from getting more feedback from your own brain and when you see it in the real world, or whether it's feedback from potential clients, whether it's feedback from past clients, whether it's feedback from a friend or a family member, or even asking ChatGPT for feedback, but putting things out into the world, realizing it's not the be all and end all if it's not 100% perfect, and then doing it again and doing it again, making the website edit, doing the next social media post, printing the different flyer and getting that feedback and doing it again, because that's when you start to overcome your fears. So the world isn't going to collapse if you get this slightly wrong. And it's where you start to find even more clarity. So the next time you're finding clarity before you do something, you have data. You know that that post worked really well, so you should do something like that again. Or you know that that post flopped, so you should maybe tweak how you do it next time. But if you never did that post, you'd always be wondering, is that going to work or not? We need to create and then post and then put it out in the world to get the feedback and the clarity for the next time we're creating. So I want you to think about the most recent thing you've been working on that you haven't hit play on, that you haven't hit post, you haven't hit publish, you haven't hit print. Put it out into the world and let yourself build confidence from the doing, not from the overthinking. Think about that feedback loop and start to actually hit post and get it out into the world. So thank you for joining me for that episode. If you're looking to gain more confidence and clarity, more Canva skills, and more learning what's not working in your designs from a practical perspective, I would love to have you at my free masterclass. It's called Design Tools to 100K. And in there, I'm going to share with you some design mistakes you're probably making that are impacting your credibility and your authority. I'm also going to share with you some Canva shortcuts going to kind of save you hours. And I'm going to show you how to design in real time and take a Canva template and make it look like your brand so that you can design more strategically and work smarter and not harder inside Canva for your business. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have the most beautiful Christmas, and I will see you next week for another episode. Bye.